Hello again, it's Steve from the Car Key Man. Today we've got a Volvo key. We've done a video before on this on how to change the key battery that will come up shortly. But this key has a problem. When you press the buttons, the car won't lock or unlock. The buttons click, don't know if you can hear that. It feels like it's okay, but it won't work. And we're going to show you what's wrong with it. Okay, so the first thing is to take the key blade out, and that's nice and easy. You do that by pulling that over, putting that to one side, and then you need to get the back cover off the key. Okay, so we're going to take this battery cover off now. So you just need to pop a screwdriver in here and just give it a little, just pull it back up, and then it'll open up this gap here on the key. So you're just trying to leave that up and just get your finger in and pull the battery cover off. And what we found is that the thing here, you see this floating around, this is the thing that should be fitted inside here. It's held by a bit of plastic, and if we take the battery out of the way, there's a couple of connectors. One should be here, little plastic lugs that hold this in place. So it should be held kind of like this, about there. Alright, and so that's why it doesn't work, because there's no power going to the key. So we're going to try and fix this today. Okay, so we've got this replacement case off the internet. It looks similar. We've not used one yet, so this is a first for us as well. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so to open that up, same sort of deal. Put the screwdriver in, and let's just pull it open, and we'll have a look at the inside of the case. So you can see these lugs now. Even though this is just a replacement case, the lugs hold the electrical contact. So we are hoping that we're going to be able to pop the battery in here, like on the other key. Okay, pop that to one side, and then we've got the old key here, and we're going to need to swap the circuit board into here. Okay, so the easiest way to get it out is just to press it from the other side. So pop your finger through. Okay, so we've finished with that. Don't touch this if you can help it. This is really important. This is what makes the car start. So we want to avoid that. So next thing is to take the buttons off. Okay, let's get rid of them. So you're left with this, and then we need to carefully pop this off, so that all you're left with is the circuit. Okay, that all looks in really good condition. And then we are going to pop it into here. Okay, so you just want to carefully pop this new bit of plastic onto there, pop that through there, and then it's all a bit fiddly when you're doing it on camera. I'm sure you have. And that one there has got to go through as well. So that clips in place. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons. Okay. Then the next thing is, this is the new set of buttons, and they're gonna, so that slides into there. Okay, hopefully you can see that. And then we are going to pop it into the new case. If you turn it over, that all looks like it fits right. So that looks okay. This is the new case we had, the other half of the case, and it all staying in one place. So all we're hoping is these two line up. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that all fits together okay. We just got to see whether it transmits. Okay, so if we take a look, if we press the button now, the like flashes, so that's transmitting now, and it wasn't before. But we just want to show you something, a few problems we had getting it all back together, okay, because it didn't work initially. So, okay, so the problem we had was that when we put it all back together, it wouldn't transmit, and we realised that the battery wasn't thick enough. But we didn't want to, but it's the correct battery, it's 2430. So what we did in the end, I don't know if the case is maybe a little bit different, but we bent these connectors up so they actually touched the battery better than they did before. And then when we put it all back together, after we've done that, it's transmitting, whereas before it wouldn't. So you may need to do that, okay? But the last thing you need to do is pop in your emergency blade. Now on this key, because it's a replacement key, it's not as smooth as the old one, okay? It doesn't slide in gently, but it does go in and it does stay in. So it works, it just doesn't quite fit as well as the old one does. But I mean, for what they cost, it's a good answer to a problem that's going to cost you otherwise for a new key. It's about £300. So there you go, with a 5-button Volvo Prox key, key repair, you are good to go.